Going live. Okay, here's the deal, everyone. Annie and I are having technical difficulties. So she is listening to me currently on the phone, but we're going to get started in like a minute or so. Annie, is your computer good?
Yes, I'm okay. I postponed it.
Okay. Then I'm going to pull up our slideshow and present to everyone. Ooh, it's so pretty and big. Okay. So,
all right.
Do you want to get going?
I'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to put you down. So thanks everybody for jumping on our team call tonight. I know that some of you are just joining us and we're just getting started, but we're going to walk you through some of the objections, I can't even talk tonight, that we get with talking to people about the coaching opportunity. Because let's be honest, Shauna right here with you in the trenches talking to people about coaching. It's something that I told her earlier today, that usually I have more new coaches joining my team by this time of the month, and right now I only have a couple new coaches. So we hear the no's, we hear the objections, we hear all the same things that you guys hear, and so we're going to walk you through some of that tonight. But let's go ahead and get started first with next slide, Sean.
Sorry.
Some recognition. So first thing is Success Club 10. We have Mahala and Kelly listed at 14 points each. And I know Melissa messaged me tonight since this document was made, this slide was made. And Melissa over here also has Success Club 10 now too. So way to go, ladies. It is the 19th of the month and you guys are already at Success Club 10 plus. And that is awesome. It's amazing. We're going to talk more about that. Also with Success Club 5 is Lori, Lee, and Ashley. So congratulations, lady. We have some coaches that are working on Success Club 5 and higher still. We have Heather, Becca, Stephanie, Lisa, Sam, Chelsea, Deanna, Lacey, Lori, Kelly, Becky, Amy, Shannon, Corey, Christina, Kelly, Stacy, Katie, Christine, Stephanie, Jen, Kyrina. I love that name. And Jen. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I couldn't even do that all in one breath. That is super amazing. You guys still have over 10 days left this month to bump that up to hit Success Club. Even if you are at 0 points this month, you are still going to get there. We have team builders this month. Lisa, Deanna, Lori, Becky, Katie, Kyrina, Lee, and Ashley have all added new coaches to their team this month already, which is awesome. I'm pretty sure that tomorrow I'm going to be seeing some rank advancements coming out. With rank advancement days tomorrow, Thursday, payday. So congratulations, everybody who is just really moving your business forward, whether it's Success Club or with building your team. And along with that, then we have some new coaches to welcome to the team. We have Jessica Carpenter, Jody Pelican, Mary Ross, Jeremy Full Love, Sarah Myers, Aaron, Jessica, Nicole, Mindy, Kelly, Rebecca, Daniel, Megan, Angela, and I also know we have another coach on here that just joined Deanna's team yesterday, and that is her sister Dawn. So congratulations and welcome to Team Inspiration, you guys. We're super excited to have you on the team and be joining us in this journey together. And we're going to go to the next slide here. I have some reminders, and with these reminders, I want you guys to be thinking about how you can maximize this month. Something that Sean and I have been talking about and that I've been hearing from other coaches when I'm doing my personal development this month. August is a tough month, you guys. So to be seeing that many names with Success Club and team builders and all of the new coaches joining right now, You guys are doing awesome, and you have to give yourself a round of applause because this month has not been easy. Sean and I are both struggling this month too, and I think it's purposely why Beachbody has put the team cup this month. People are thinking back to school. They're not thinking about their own health and fitness. We have to remind them about that. Be posting about it. Be posting about getting back to school ready. Just really be thinking about these deals that are going on this month and how you can utilize these, not only to start your challenge groups this month, but maybe even to start a challenge group next month. We have the size challenge pack on sale right now, you guys. It's $140. They get the complete size program with the really cool, I'm kind of jealous actually. I don't know about you other coaches, but those people who get the size challenge pack get a really awesome size shaker cup right now. And I'm jealous of the colors and everything. I want one myself. So they get that complete program for $140. What does that mean, especially to the new coaches that are joining us tonight? They are basically getting Shakeology, and for $10 more, getting an awesome program size. They can also then include the 3-day refresh with their size and Shakeology, which is the Kickstart package for $180. So they're going to get an amazing workout program that doesn't even feel like you're working out. It's just dancing, putting those moves together. They're going to get 30 days of Shakeology. They're going to get the 3-day refresh, which is going to help jumpstart their nutrition and their weight loss and losing the bloat, as well as when they get these challenge packs, they get on demand for free for 30 days. So right away, they're going to be able to go to their on-demand programs, and they're going to be able to see their purchase programs and see size, the workouts, the nutrition plan, everything right there on demand, online, streaming for them right away. So they're getting an amazing package there. If somebody's just wanting to really focus on their nutrition, lose that summer bloat, they can also do the 3-day refresh challenge pack with Shakeology for $140. So instead of paying $60 for the 3-day refresh, they are going to be paying $10 with their Shakeology. So for those of you who have been on the team for a while and who have been coaches, you can also reach out to your people who love Shakeology, who are on Home Direct, and just let them know, hey, I just want you to know that with your Shakeology order this month, you could also get the 3-day refresh for $10. You could get the size program for $10 with your Shakeology this month. Really be going through your list of people to really get them going. One thing that Sean and I were talking about tonight on the phone before the call was with a 3-day refresh, one way to really leverage this is I am talking with my team right now. I'm pretty sure Sean's putting this out there for her team, is doing a 3-day refresh group right after Labor Day, maybe like that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So they have Tuesday when the kids go back to school to prep, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're all in doing that 3-day refresh to really get the ball going again on their health and fitness. So just be thinking about those different ways that you can throw these programs in there. Join up with another coach on your team and do a size challenge group too. That's awesome as well. Success Club team prizes. Make sure that you are pushing for that Success Club with these deals or other programs that people are interested in, to be pushing for Success Club prizes from your team. I know that Sean's doing some prizes with her team. I have some prizes going this month with my team. So really be pushing for those prizes as well. I know I love just getting some goodies in the mail sometimes, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. So just to be rewarded for helping people is awesome. We also have our Push to Emerald group that will be coming up. Gosh, it's already this Monday. So make sure to let your coach know that you would love to join the Push to Emerald group. That is an amazing group, whether you have 0 coaches or you already have 2 coaches. Joining that group just to have that extra push and information on how to get to Emerald is awesome. Just that extra accountability and information. As well as the Success Club Blitz group is coming up. Oh my gosh, I have to look at my calendar. Don't have the date in front of me. Let's see, the 25th of this month. So make sure that you are joining that group as well. So those of you who have Success Club or who are pushing for Success Club, joining this group to get that extra push at the end of the month. And those of you who are on a Team Cup, you better be getting in the Blitz group, because this is going to help you just get that motivation and that momentum going for the end of the month push in order to help more people with their nutrition and fitness. That's what we're here to do. So Again, going back to what I was saying at the beginning of this slide, this month, August, is a hard month. Does that mean that you just need to kick back and put your feet up and say, I'll just start working on my business next month? Heck no, you guys. What that does to Sean and I is it pushes us. We say, you know what? If this is going to be a hard month, instead of messaging 5 people a day, I'm going to message 10. And instead of messaging 10 people a day, I'm going to message 20. When it's a hard time, you push harder, not sit back and just let things go. Because if you just continue to post on your social media, post your workouts, post about what you're eating, people are going to see that. Continue to invite people to those event invites. Continue to invite people behind the scenes by messaging people. And you're going to see things pick up. You have to create that momentum. And one thing that I listened to Melanie say on a video I watched this week is you have to get started now, because if you start now and get that momentum going, it's going to take you a good week to 2 weeks sometimes to see that momentum, depending on what you've already been doing. So if you get started now, you still have time this month to build up that momentum, and it's going to carry in to the next month. So build up that momentum now so that you're not struggling on the 31st of the month. It's something that I have been there. It's come down to the very last day of the month and the very last hours of the month, and I have hit Success Club still. So I believe in you guys. You have to believe in yourself and put in the effort to help people. Put people first. So I will quit lecturing on you guys and harping, and we'll go to the next slide and get started on tonight's training. All right, so I put this quote here at the beginning. It's by John C. Maxwell. He's an amazing author. If you don't have any of his books, I highly encourage them. I've listened to him on his audiobooks even, and just love listening to him. He's so powerful. But what he said in this quote was, leaders become great, not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. So really looking at this sentence and this quote and saying to yourself, you're not going to be sitting here, just lost my train of thought, of course. This is how my day's going. You're not going to be sitting here just thinking about how you can empower yourself, but empower others around you. So basically inspiring other people to become leaders as well. You want to lead people. You don't want to be sitting there just telling people what to do all of the time, but you want to give people that motivation, whether it's in your challenge groups or when they join your team, how you can help coach them and give them the resources that they need to move forward. That is what you need to do. You want to make sure that you're empowering those people and giving them the resources that they need to become powerful leaders as well. Sorry, I'm stibbling on my words there. So, first thing I want to talk to you guys about is tracking your coach prospects. I know for myself, for a very long time, I struggled with feeling organized. And that's something I hear from a lot of coaches is, how can I get organized? Give me some tips on organizing myself. So one thing that I do when I'm talking to coach prospects, or even thinking about coach prospects, their names go into my business activity tracker. And I have a separate tab on my business activity tracker that I have created that is coach prospects. And in there, I have their names. I have the programs they have done, or if they haven't done a program yet, maybe that they're on Shakeology or they're interested in a certain program. I put in there their concerns. It can be with their health and fitness. It can be that they hate their job. It can be that they financials are a concern. Whatever their concerns are, I have a separate section for that on my business activity tracker for my coach prospects, because over time, this list is going to grow and grow and grow. And you want to be able to remember that person, what you've talked to them about, and where their concerns are. I also will put in that line for each person a possible sign-up date. It doesn't have to be exact, like August 31st, but I'll put in there maybe like the month. The person said they wanted to sign up next month in September, so I'll put September. So I always make sure to follow up with them. I will put in if they watched a What is Coaching webinar, because I always follow up with those people, and I'll mark them off if they have watched the What is Coaching webinar. So that's just another way. So I'm not inviting them over and over and over and over again to that webinar if they've already watched it, because I don't want to sabotage that relationship with them. I've already created that trust. I will also mark off if they have joined us in a What is Coaching sneak peek. Some people, the webinar, maybe they don't get to watch, or they want to just get a little bit more hands-on, so then they want to join a sneak peek group as well. And then I'll also check off if I've done a one-on-one call with them. So one thing that I like to do with my coach prospects is if they're thinking about coaching or they have any other questions after watching the webinar or the sneak peek or both, I ask them, hey, do you just have a couple of minutes that we can jump on the phone and chat? Because that's a lot easier to talk to them and to build that relationship, especially if you don't know them very well. Maybe they were a referral to you, or you met them through an ad that you ran on your Facebook like page. So I always make sure that I jump on the phone with them, because I also want to make sure that coaching is the right fit for them. I don't want them to just do it because they see me doing it or they see other people doing it or they want to make a quick buck. I want to make sure that coaching is right for them. And so I love jumping on the phone with those people. It does not have to be anything long. It can be 5, 10, 15 minutes. I really try to keep those one-on-one calls with my coach prospects under 15 minutes. And a lot of you on my team have been through that. And then also follow up with them. So like I said, when somebody joins the What is Coaching webinar or a sneak peek, and after I do that one-on-one call with those prospects, I'm always following up with them in a timely manner. So, you know, if they watch the What is Coaching webinar and it ends at 10 o'clock at night, the next morning or next evening, whatever you have time for, if you're working and things, I send them a follow-up message just saying, hey, I saw that you RSVP'd to the What is Coaching webinar for last night. Did you get the opportunity to jump on with us? And a lot of times they'll say yes, but there are people who miss it. And so then I will say, no worries, we recorded it, so I'll get you the recording right now. And they're always like, that's awesome, thank you so much. So just following up with people, because you don't know if they had the opportunity to fully engage in what was going on, and then to answer any questions, and then to help them get signed up. So that is really the main thing that I have found has really helped me to get organized with my coach prospects. And when you're thinking about these names, at first you might only have a couple names on there, but over time it's going to grow, because what you want to do is when you are running challenge groups, you want to add people to that list. When you see somebody really standing out in a challenge group or getting an amazing result or posting on their Facebook page or Instagram or Twitter or wherever they're posting about the success that they're having or about their Shakeology, that name goes onto my business activity coach prospect list. And that list just grows and grows and grows. And I check people off there as they sign up, because I want to make sure that I'm continuing to add new names to that list each and every month, week, and I try to add new names every day too. So that's one way to coach your prospect, track your prospects.
All right, I think
I know Sean's going to the next slide. I can see her doing it.
I'm up now. Okay, guys. So,
all right.
Oh, no. Annie.
So some reasons that people will say no to you about coaching. I can't tell. Yes, that's what I thought. Sean's jumping on. I'm like, this isn't me. All right, I will mute myself here, Sean. I can't hear Sean talking. Sorry.
Okay, everyone. So now I'm going to be jumping into some of the reasons that people say no. So that's the whole reason that you're jumping on this call, right, is to learn about why people object, and also getting some information about maybe how to communicate with people after they object. And I'm going to be really honest with you. When me and Annie were talking about this training, we knew we wanted to do this upfront part with you guys with tracking, because quite honestly, you're going to hear no a lot. It's going to happen, and you're going to have a big long list of coach prospects that you're going to talk to about every single month, and certain people are going to say no to you over and over and over again, and you just have to kind of get settled with that now, and you have to wrap your brain around it. Some of the reasons that people say no. So let's be honest, and I want you, this is where we're going to do a prize. I know that Annie has posted in her event invite the YouTube link for this video, and I know I have it posted on the team page and in the event invite. I want you guys to go to that, and if you're listening live, it's going to give you an opportunity to win a prize from me or Annie. We're going to randomly pick one person who comments, and I want you to apply. Which of these applied to you? Which were some of these reasons that you kind of made you say no about coaching, about wanting to be a coach? So I want you to go on by the end of the presentation, and I want you to go on and I want you to comment which one of these applies to you. So I'm not going to go through all of these. You can read them. You guys are all educated people. But let's be completely honest here. If you're sitting there and you're going, nope, none of these applied to me, I have a really hard time believing it. And if you never said no one time, that's kind of shocking too, because typically I said no to my coach plenty of times about buying my challenge pack. Even when she brought up being a coach to get the discount, I had hesitations and I said no because I was afraid of hidden costs, and I was afraid, how can I be a coach if I'm not at a good healthy weight? So I had similar concerns that other people had too about being a coach, and where I heard no. So as you see, these time costs, is it a sales job, commitment? I'm not good enough. I'm still working on myself. I'm not at my goal weight. I'm not fit enough. I'm just starting out. I don't know enough people. That's a huge one that I get lately. So quite honestly, I'm sure if you guys sit and reflect, you're going to realize very quickly that you probably said no for one of these reasons. So get in the mind frame. I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to talk to people about objections. But let's be honest here, some people are just not ready, and you have to be okay with that. And for some people, this opportunity is not a good fit for them now, and it might never be a good fit for them. And you just have to kind of wrap your mind around that. I have a person in my challenge groups, and if any of my coaches are on, they know who I'm talking about, and Annie does too, who I have wanted to be a coach forever. I talk to her about it almost every single month. She would be amazing. I've had my coaches tell me I'm a failure because I've not got her to join our team yet because they love her so much. But this is not a good fit in her life right now. She would want to do this as an actual full-out coach. If she's going to do it, that's how she does things in life. And right now she is raising 3 kids, full-time job, and it is not a good fit for her current life. And I have to be okay with that. So you do too. You need to take a minute, and you need to, before we get into how to talk to people about objections, I want you guys to first wrap your mind around that you're going to hear no, and sometimes you just have to be okay with that. And you can keep following up with people, but don't beat yourself up. Some people just say no because it's not a good fit. So let's say you're getting objections, and you do think it's someone that would be really good, and you think that they're nervous or they're scared or afraid, or maybe they have something that's holding them back that you can relate to and that you know is a misconception. So how do you respond to people with those objections? I told Annie I did a lot of research for this presentation because I feel like I'm pretty good with objections, but I definitely think I could get better. There's podcasts on it. There's YouTube videos on it. So if you want more resources, let me know, and I'll make sure I send to Annie what I listen to. But these are kind of some of the general steps on how to respond to objections. So the first thing that you need to do when someone tells you no about coaching or even know about a challenge pack is to relate back to them. Take a second and actually remember it's a real life person. It's not just a no, you guys. There's a story behind that no. There's feelings behind that no. It's not, a lot of times it's not them saying no, it might be fear. It might be the fact that they really are struggling with money. It could be that they're scared that they're not going to be able to do this, or that they have to be a certain type of person. So relate back to them. And there's 3 words that you can use when you're doing this. And I'm going to get more into it, but it's feel, felt, and found. And so when you're relating back to someone, you either want to relate back to them personally. Maybe, for example, maybe they tell you that they can't afford it right now. And when you wanted to become a coach, you couldn't afford the challenge pack either, or even the $40 startup fee. Or maybe you have a coach currently who's on your team or that you know of who struggled with money and signing up and is now doing amazing in the business or really enjoying it or has found positive things from it. So you need to relate back to them and use those words. Like, I know exactly how you feel. I was there 2.5 years ago living on a single income, buried under debt, and had to put my challenge pack on a credit card. And it was so scary. but it was one of the best investments I made in me and in my health. Okay? So that would be an example when people say to me about cost, I get it. I don't pressure them. I don't push them because I actually know how that feels. Or I felt exactly how you feel right now. I thought, how can I at 340 pounds be an effective coach in this business? That went through my head, but I have found that me sharing my story and actually losing weight and having people join me has given me extra accountability and shown people that I'm real so that I can help them. So you're using those real worlds that feel, felt, or found. Like, write them down on a sticky note. When someone says no to you, take a breath. Don't get defensive. Like, if somebody sends in and goes, well, Shakeology is really expensive, don't message them back and be like, what are you talking about? Shakeology is a meal replacement shake and it's amazing. And I don't know why you feel that way. Like, don't get defensive. You love Shakeology. You love Beachbody. You love being a coach. We know that. They're not there yet. So go back to how you used to feel. Take a step back for a minute and take a breath and really start to connect with people on what they're feeling, because you can't discredit it and you can't get defensive with it, or people are not going to want to work with you. After you've related back to them, give them some concrete info or examples. For example, if they're saying that they're afraid of the cost part of it, you can explain to them, and I'm going to go into this more in depth, but that really, to be a coach, to be a basic coach and get the commission and the discount every month, you only have to pay $15.95 a month. And then I think it's $17.95 as a Canadian coach. So there's no hidden costs unless they decide to build a bigger business. You know what I mean? But if they're just wanting that basic stuff, they don't even have to get Shakeology every month. It's a smart thing to do, but it's not something that's required. They can also do other things than Shakeology. So give them concrete info or examples that relates back to maybe what their complaint is. Being nervous about the weight thing, you relate back to them, but at the same time, give them some concrete examples of coaches that you know of that have had success in this business, that have lost weight while they're going. Use me. I started actively coaching when I was 290 pounds. I mean, I'm still not at my goal weight. So, I mean, if you personally can't relate back to them personally, use another person example and give them concrete info that shows that you don't have to be whatever's holding them back. Then you need to know, there's 3 things. You need to know when to step back. And I know it's hard, guys. You should feel something from someone. If they're saying to you over and over no, and no matter what response you give to them, it is not the right time, take a step back. Ask them if you can follow up in another month. Ask if you can follow up in a couple months. Say to them, hey, do you think you'd be interested in joining the next coaching webinar to learn more? But take a step back, take a breath. Don't keep pressuring people. And then know to follow up, though. It's okay to follow up. We're so scared about bugging people. Me and Annie have signed a huge amount of coaches by follow-up. It's not magic. Me and Annie don't talk to people for the first time and they go, oh, Annie, I love you. I want to join your team. It happens, and those are magical moments. But let's be honest here. 9 times out of 10, people say no, or they say it's not the right time. So we follow up. If you're on this call, you're probably one of our follow-ups. And that's okay, because now you're a coach on the team and hopefully happy and having success, or learning about this business and going to have success in the future. And then the third thing is what Annie talked about before. Get on the phone. It's so much more personal. You can explain things better. It's a scary step, especially if it's someone you don't know. But if you're feeling at a situation, you can tell that they're very interested in doing this and the things that are holding them back are just not true, have them get on the phone with you. Tell them you just want 5, 10, 15 minutes and keep it to that. Set a timer. I'm horrible with it. Annie says she does a good job. I suck at it. And people that have joined my team know this. Like to talk. 10 to 15, set a timer on your phone. So those are kind of the 3 basics. And I just want to give you guys some examples and just some wordings, different ways that I respond. I'm not perfect either, you guys. I'm getting better at this. Annie, I'm sure, reads some of her responses still and goes, ooh, that probably wasn't the right way to respond. So have patience with yourself. You'll learn, you'll get better. And plus, each person is personal. Don't copy my responses and just copy them over. This is my wording and this is how I sound. So time responses. People tell me that time is an issue. First thing, and with every person you should relate back, but I wanted to give you a relate back thing. So, because time was a huge concern for me with coaching. And I said, I know that time was a concern for me too. I didn't know how to fit this into my crazy life, but I've learned how to specify 1 hour per day to do the task that I need to do to be successful and to fit it into the craziness. And I really spelled a lot of those words wrong. But you get the picture. And I should have said, I know I felt the same way about time. So you could put feel, felt, or found in there. I think relating back to people is so important. And if it's something that's very personal to you, definitely make sure that you're putting a good spot on that and letting people know that you're on base with them and you get it. You could explain about flexibility when people have time concerns, that time is a concern of many coaches I work with, but some of the beauty is that we have flexibility in this business. It's their business. They get to make their rules. So if they want to work a half hour a day, they work a half hour a day. If they want to put 2 hours in a day, they can put 2 hours in a day. And then I like to explain the power hour. So if you're looking, to truly work as a coach, I can teach you effectively in 1 hour how to do the things you need to do to be successful. So make sure you're explaining to them that this doesn't have to be an 8-hour-a-day job. So if they have a nap time or time after everyone's asleep at night, or they have to get up an hour early, if they really want to work this business, they can, using the power hour. So that's a good concrete example. That last one would be like giving somebody a concrete example of how they could fit this in their life. Some other examples is money. Oh my God, this is such a big one. It is. Money's tough. And I know some of you roll your eyes because people on Facebook will be like, I don't have the money for Shakeology, or I don't have the money to be a coach, or this. And then they'll post a picture of their new coach bag, or they'll post that they're going on some big fancy vacation. That's their priority. And that's their prerogative. And they're allowed to spend their money the way that they want to spend their money. And saying that they don't have enough money might actually be hiding from a different reason, because money is the easiest, quickest way to try to shut us down. But sometimes, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes people are afraid of hidden costs. So make sure you're very clear with people that people, are always afraid of the costs and that there's going to be hidden expenses and everything. But if you just want the basic discount and commission benefits, you just need to pay the $15.95 per month. So be very clear with people on that. If they're nervous about money, a thing I like to do is that it's actually saved me money by being a coach. I actually saved $200 per year on my Shakeology, which is huge. And I didn't have enough room to type all this, but our family's actually saved money since we started doing Shakeology, because we don't eat out as much. We're eating healthier. We're eating at home more often. We're sick less often because we're healthier. So, give people some concrete examples in your own life of how you've actually saved money. And then the ability to make money. Sometimes when people say that, times are tight for them, those are some of the number one people that I talk to. If they want to get healthy and money is tight for them, this could be the ability for them to save on their Shakeology, but they could also end up contributing to their family income. They help 3 new people in a month, at least, they're going to pay for that Shakeology and have some extra money. So and that's kind of the goal with us when we're training them, is to help you guys get Success Club 5 that first month so you can cover your Shakeology. So make sure that you're explaining, that they have the ability to make money too. And then the last one is the hardest one. A lot of people don't want to do this because their fear of failure. Something that was scary for me, or not having a belief in themselves, trying to nail in on one thing and why they won't be good at this. A lot of times people say because they don't have a network. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have a lot of friends. I stick to myself a lot. I'm not really social. I'm an introvert. All of this makes me nervous. I think one of the best things about being a coach, this is me personally, is making new connections and making friends as a stay-at-home mom. It's hard. Even if you're working full-time, I'm sure Annie will agree with this. Annie's at work all day, and I'm sure she has friends at work, but then she leaves and she comes and does Beachbody. So connecting with people through Beachbody is a way she's building new relationships and some of the best friends that she's probably made. So social media is something I also bring up because I think that's such a great way to connect with people. I've come out of this business with some of the best friends I could ask for. So if you don't have a network or you don't have a core group of people, coaching is the perfect thing for those people, because they're getting a whole family handed to them on a platter of coaches, a whole team that they get to join. And then on top of that, they're going to have to push out of their comfort zone to actually meet people in social media or in real life in order to build their business. So it's going to help them find friends. So it's a good thing. They're afraid because of their current health. And I always like to point out that we're more relatable because we're working on our health too. Being the perfect shape is not always helpful. You know, people want to know and see that we understand our struggles. Annie was actually telling me today that one of the best responses she's got, I hope she doesn't mind me outing her on this, but she posted a picture of her and her food baby, as she likes to call it, because she had a lot of bloat before the reset. And so, you know, she posted that picture, and that's a scary thing to do. It's showing that she doesn't have like perfect bikini body right now with the abs and everything. And she's like, here I am. And do you know how many people messaged her and are connecting with her on that, and that she's finding new people to talk to because they find her relatable? So it's good to be in good health. We don't want you guys to be in bad health so you're good coaches and they can relate to you. But if we're all honest, none of us are perfect. We all struggle, and that's part of this. So being the perfect shape is not a thing. So you need to communicate to people with the feel, felt, found, because I know we've all felt that way. And if you don't feel that way, share a fellow coach's story. You know, I know so-and-so felt the exact same way, and look at her now. She's a diamond coach kicking butt. Like, that was part of her story. And some of them are worried about just starting. So some people don't want to sign up to coach right out of the gate, and I completely understand why. It's because they're nervous of two things. One, they're just getting started on their health, so they're nervous about putting themselves out there. But I think it actually gives them extra accountability. It makes them the leader of the pack. People are going to be watching them. They can support one another. You know, you're part of our job is to enjoy people to join us, not to tell them what to do, but to say, hey, I'm working on my health. Who wants to join me? Come on. I'm looking for 5 people who are ready to go. Who wants to jump into a group and help? We can help support and give each other accountability. So if you're just starting out, that's the perfect time, in my opinion, to put yourself out there, because then you've got a huge amount of accountability, and it's really hard to hide from that. So that is that. Okay, so this is the last thing I want to say to you guys. So I hope you take that feel, felt, found part and you start applying it to every objection conversation you have. And I hope you start tracking, like Annie said. But more than that, I hope you don't give up on people. I don't want to tear up about it, but you know, a lot of you guys that are on the teams, Annie and I didn't give up on. So give the same benefit to the people that you're talking to. They say no to you, or let's say they even sign up to coach and they tell you that they're going to like kick butt and they disappear for 6 months. It happens. And then they might come back and they need your help. Don't give up on people. No could mean not now for right now. And I love this quote. It says, good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those that are patient. The best things come to those who don't give up. So don't give up in this business. Don't give up on people. And start centering back that these are real people, and their objections aren't for you to be frustrated. They're for you to help them. So if you put your focus there, you're going to be a heck of a lot more successful long-term with this, you guys. So relate to people and don't give up on them. All right, I think that that's it. So I don't know if Annie heard the part that I did. Can you hear me now, Annie?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Okay, so I told them, I don't know if you heard the part for the giveaway, but I told them to go comment on the team page thing off of what their objections were when they wanted to be a coach, and then they can win a prize. So I actually see who got on tonight. I see that we have quite a few viewers, and then we'll each just pick a random winner, because I know we talked about doing a prize. Yep. So we can each just pick a random number out of people who commented. Yep. If you guys have any questions, this is your chance to comment. Oh, I got a couple of comments. Good. People want prizes. I love it.
Yeah, I got my computer restarted and I had a whole bunch of comments on my team page, and I'm like, oh, Sean must have done it. So yeah, I have quite a few too. I love it.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, comment on that same post. I think everybody's good. I hope that this was helpful, you guys. I think objections is just something you have to practice with and keep working on your wording and stuff. I think we're good.
I got stuff out of it. I will say, Sean, from you, even with the feel, felt, found, I wrote that down. And even sharing somebody else's story that might be more relatable. For myself, I don't have kids, so I always can talk to people about my friend Sean, who has 3 kids and still is rocking this business. So you can still share somebody else's story, just like we share each other's transformation stories too. That is important.
Just so you guys have extra resources, I listened to the podcast. It's on the Platinum Edge. Is that what it's called, the podcast?
Yes.
Platinum Edge podcast by Christine Dwyer. And I think it's called Handling Objections is actually what it's called. So if you guys are looking for her, looking to listen to it, not from just me, but kind of re-listen to it again, she goes through a ton more objections. So I only touched on a couple. It's like how to handle objections when building your business is what it's called. And it's the podcast, the Platinum Edge podcast. So download the podcast app. I've been listening to Annie and I've been doing a lot more personal development. My business is doing much better again.
Hold on just a second. Somebody just posted. I want to check and see if it's a question. Okay. And then we can jump off.
Kelly said this was very helpful. Yay. Okay,
and Lori
good.
says the love, the feel, felt, found. Such a great idea.
I'll give Christine Dwyer the honest. I wish I could say I came up with it, but I did. It helped me too. I've been doing it this week and it's helping. Okay, I think that's it. Awesome. So we'll let you guys go for the night. If you have more questions, post them on the team pages, and Annie and I will probably announce a winner by tomorrow. I don't think tonight. I'm tired. Okay, guys. Bye.